Weren't you the guy that had Jose Altuve pegging you in his dreams? Pegging you in his dreams.
Pegging you in his dreams. Pegging you in his dreams.
Pegging you in his dreams. Pegging you in his dreams.
Pegging you in his dreams.
Something's the color of your energy. Amber's the color of your energy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, by Seether. Yeah.
No.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a wizard, Harry. Welcome to the Fantasy Wizards podcast. I'm Brian Abreu, suspended for 2 games.
And I'm Professor Hamilton.
Professor Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah.
Or
Ron Washington. That's what I was trying to pull.
I was just going baseball thing. Oh, Josh Hamilton.
Josh Hamilton, yeah.
Ron Washington, yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
Kicking it back 12 years ago, yep.
Yeah.
What's the score of that game right now, by the way? Anyways,
I think,
as we are recording this podcast, it's game
Diamondbacks
7.
were up 5-1 last time I checked.
Diamondbacks took the win, so we've got 2 game 7s.
Nice.
In
baseball.
Yeah. I just like...
Did they win 5-1?
Yeah, they did.
Nice.
My man Paul Sewald came in and got the save. Mariner traded at the deadline.
Don't be texting somebody.
I can't, dude. Like, I can't. It started to go to Amazon.com and started buying stuff.
Yep. Just
I got a jank phone.
home screen it.
Yeah.
Force the home screen. Lock the screen.
This is what my phone is doing these days.
Yep. Your Favex phone.
My Favex phone. It's texting my Favex girlfriends.
That's not good.
No. Just kidding. I don't have their numbers anymore. I'm petty like that. I delete their numbers. All right. We're talking about... I don't want to talk about anything until we look up the Rangers score. Tell me what the American League score is. Championship.
Oh, the game's today too? I thought they were off.
No, they're playing right now. They're playing at this moment. It's probably the 6th inning, I bet.
Bottom 8th.
Oh my God!
One team's up 11-3.
That's the Rangers. No way, dude. It's the Rangers because I looked at the score earlier and it was 4-1. Yeah, it's the Rangers.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You're right.
Get the fucking Stros out of there, man.
Weren't you the guy that had Jose Altuve pegging you in his dreams? He was pegging you in his dreams.
He was giving me that Tuve.
This is a certified hood classic.
Tuve.
All that Tuve.
And I'm going to have to say no, that wasn't me.
I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't have a man that short pegging me in my dreams.
Yeah, it's
but he has
hard.
a penis.
Physics doesn't
That's
work.
not pegging. He has a penis.
Yeah.
Pegging.
I don't know how it works. I'm sorry.
All right.
Okay.
We're not going to talk about sounding on this one.
Yeah, sounding. That's for a different podcast. Yeah. Austin Eckler, he got an ankle injury, held him to 5 points this week. Josh Kelly did okay in his stead. Yep. So look out for Eckler this upcoming week as far as injuries go. See if he plays.
Is he at risk to not play?
Yeah, could be.
Yeah,
Deshaun Watson, your Favex quarterback. Yeah, it really should be the
X-Files.
X-Files, because this dude, no one knows what's going on.
What is going on with him?
It's like he cleared concussion protocol, but he stayed out of the game. And then it's like if PJ Walker got hurt, he would be in the game. So what's going on? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Could be having surgery too, based on his prior injuries this week or this season.
That boy ain't right.
There's really like 2 people that deserve that sample. I wanted to download some new samples and put them on the board for the weirdness that happened this week.
Yeah.
I didn't do that, but I mean,
That boy ain't right.
Bijan also deserves that one.
Yeah.
The Falcons.
Yep, he's the next on our injuries list. What the heck? It's like you don't even mention anything about this
What the
prior
heck, man?
to the game.
Yep.
Just becomes active, like barely.
I heard that maybe people have conspiracy theories and they think that Vegas is involved, but I heard that maybe he broke some rule or something, and maybe that's why they held him. Maybe he really just had a headache. I don't know. It's just weird. I mean, it's not going to happen again. Like,
I mean, I guess that's true. The game was in Vegas. I didn't think about that. It's like maybe he was stuck on the roof and they couldn't find him, and then he missed pregame warm-ups and
I saw Zach Galifianakis on the sideline with a helmet on.
yeah.
He was they were trying to find his boy, and
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, it was crazy. It sucks for all the owners of Bijan, and you're one of them. So,
yeah, possibly could have won with my matchup this week. Jordan Addison's still going right now, but I'm down by 17. But there were a lot of other decisions that I could have made to win. Let's talk about some of those other decisions. So, Deonta Foreman dropped 33. He was on my bench. I didn't put him on. Put him in. But that's okay. So, you think Foreman's going to have some steady work over there? Roshan Johnson going to come back next week? You think it's going to be a one and done?
It just depends on that little thumb.
Did Foreman have a opposable thumb or a detached thumb?
No, I'm talking about
Foreman.
Justin Fields.
Oh, the thumb.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
If
grip.
Fields is back, you think Foreman is...
Yeah, I mean, they're going to throw a lot more. I think I didn't see his stat line, but I'm pretty sure there was under 20 throws, passes that they tried. So, I mean, it was a hard, heavy diet of Devonta Foreman this week because Fields was out.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think Fields-
Roshan was out too because of concussion. So
Yeah.
so it's just kind of was the perfect recipe for 33 points.
Yeah. Next week they play the Chargers. Not a great D either. I think...
I mean, you can start him next week again. But
yeah. I think Fields is not going to play next week. I think he'll be out at least another week. So, yeah, I probably will. We'll see. I mean, I hate point chasing, but my team's kind of desperate at this point. So, yeah, but then, I mean, what else do we want to talk about? Josh Downs.
Killed it.
Yeah, dude. He's got 24 chromosomes, I think, at this point.
Yeah, hell yeah. 24 points, 24 chromosomes this week.
Point per chromosome, baby.
Yeah. Yep. Well, hopefully they'll
He's
give it
got
to
up,
him.
left, and right syndrome, too.
Yep. But as far as injuries go, too, Miles Sanders might be out some more. So Chuba Porn-Hubbard looking like he's going to have a big start this upcoming week. They're coming off a bye.
Man, I just got a Chubby in my pants because I forgot he was on my team.
Yeah.
So thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, against Houston. So
what is Miles Sanders' deal, man? Is he's out with another? Has he been ruled out?
I mean,
he had a whole bye week to rest.
I know, but they still have him as doubtful in his injury designation. So.
Some other stuff. Kyron Williams placed on injured reserve, so he's not eligible to be back until week 12. What else is out there? Jalen Hurts went out with something.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? The torn,
it was
twisted titty.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think it had something to do with his wrist or something, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But he came back in the game. He finished the game.
Broken hummus bone.
Hummus bone.
Yeah.
Ulna.
He came back. Ulna making me crazy. He came back in. He finished the game. Okay, so that's a good sign. And then Jordan Addison, we saw just breaking news. Dun, 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 dun.
Yep.
I don't really have a good drop for breaking news, but he went out with cramps. And I'm not sure if he's going to come back into the game, but we're going to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, not a huge amount of injuries this week that were so intense or has.
Oh, baby. Yeah, he's back in the game because his points went up a couple ticks. just crossed 30 points PPR.
Yeah, I mean there wasn't a lot of crazy injuries this week, so that are super affecting fantasy.
Yeah.
So
Let me tell you, at the end of the first quarter, I got a text from Brevin saying, "Addison, how much?"
ooh,
You know he's gonna give up nothing for him.
yeah,
I don't know.
Well,
You think Brevin will give up Achan for him? I bet he would.
that'd be something I would do straight up. That seems like a fair trade, Addison for Achan.
I do think it seems pretty fair.
Yeah.
Addison's dropping heavy point burgers now.
Yeah, I mean, if Achan was healthy, I wouldn't. But I mean, since you gotta wait,
Yeah, since he got
He
away,
needs some wins
won
more than me.
Brevin's won in.
Yeah, I
Well,
need
no,
some
he's
wins bad.
He beat Gotham. He's
Oh,
2-5 now.
well, then he's probably
Yeah,
ahead of
he's
me.
the
I'm
same
probably
way.
9th or 10th in the league now.
You're only ahead of I'll be not be named.
Yeah,
You know who that is?
yeah,
Mr. Anthony Richardson, 4th round pick.
yeah.
Anyways, he doesn't listen to this podcast.
No, he doesn't listen to
He doesn't
any
listen.
fantasy podcast.
What does he listen to?
He listens to his
He figured out how to
homerism.
put somebody in the IR.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's riding. He's going to get Anthony Richardson that ring,
yeah.
that last place ring.
Why did he put him in the IR? He could have just dropped him. He's out for
'Cause
the
he
rest
wants
of
to
the
get him a
season.
ring.
Yeah, baby.
What kind of ring is he going to get, though? That's the question. All right, what
The
other-
toilet bowl ring.
The toilet ring.
Because I'm gonna beat him in that one.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I mean, not a lot of injuries. So, you did see Zach Evans basically was pointless. You
No,
on our last
pointless,
podcast.
because he got 0 points, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
relegated.
No,
Back to the practice
you should have
squad,
made a tall
maybe.
boy bet about that, because I would have taken it and I would have
Yeah.
lost hard.
I mean, Daryl Henderson just came back like he was another day, another dollar.
Kudos to Brevin for picking him up on the wire.
Yeah, last minute they kind of heard that news. I mean, why does he have such a hard on for these Rams backups? I mean, he's
was just
in it
on
to
it.
win it this year.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude.
I think he's gonna make the ship.
Yeah, he
he'll
deserves it the way he's been
Yeah.
playing that waiver wire.
Yeah. You know what I
Puka,
think though?
Week 1, like just dropping 40.
He's
to
done.
get him.
He's done what all of us should have done. You
Yeah.
know, like we all should have dropped the fab on him and
Dude.
Achan too.
Yeah,
But yeah, his team is great. He's gonna get first or second in the league, in the season, I'm sure. I just worry for that man's soul if he gets the 1 seed in the playoffs and gets beat by the 4 seed
Yeah.
or whatever again and drops out. Fourth place.
It
King
seems to
will-
happen a lot with everyone but me.
with
Like,
everyone, but
just
you're the
going
one
in
that's
strong.
you're the one that sneaks in on the back of Kenyon Drake or some shit
Yeah.
into 4th place and then ride your way to the ship.
Yeah, even though I lost in the championship last year, but I digress.
Yeah, Brevin took you to town on that one, I guess. Yeah, we'll see. It's looking like neither I or the G-Man over here are going to make our fantasy playoffs in our 10-team league, 4 teams. We'll see. But to all of our loyal listeners out there, keep pulling for us.
Yeah,
Keep tugging those TCs and sounding those musics.
yeah.
And
Big, big news this week. No buys. Week 8. No teams
buys.
on bye.
Yep.
Full 16 game slate.
Yep. So Garrett and I are facing each other, and we're not going to get cheated with
No.
buys. All of our best players are facing off against each other.
Hell yeah.
So all of Kareem Hunt and whoever else is on your roster.
Yeah. So here's a mailbag question. How do you feel about picking up? How do you feel about picking up Royce Freeman?
Royce Freeman, the Rams backup.
Yeah, he got 9 points this week.
He got 9 points.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it could be a bench stash.
See what happens.
Yeah, see what
Since
happens.
Kyron's gonna be out a couple weeks.
Yeah, I think it's worth investigating for another week for
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, he's been on that team all season. Daryl Henderson just came in off the street, so you never know. Injuries could happen quickly to guys who haven't been
Yeah.
in the game, and they
Dude.
use them that much.
Poor Zach Evans. Like, what did that
Yeah.
guy do? You know,
I don't know. I mean, it's strange.
he was
but-
a 6th-round pick, right?
yeah. Usually, you see those guys just get used, and they're the guys who get 30 points in fantasy randomly out of nowhere. So he was primed and ready to just break out, and they're just nope.
Yeah, I'd be pissed if I were him. He must have been like dogging it in practice or something.
Yeah, I mean, they must have had like basically like, here's your tryout for this week. Best practice gets the start.
But this makes me more confident that Kyren will be the dude when he comes back.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought Zach Evans could take the job and run with it, but I don't think Darryl can do that. So Kyren will be the man when he comes back. You're just going to have to wait till week 12.
Yeah.
Maybe later, but hopefully not much later. And, Royce Freeman, I think he's worth a spot if you have one for him on your bench.
For sure.
Definitely would take him on a bench spot over Jaden Reed, somebody like that.
Yeah.
I would put him there.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Or Josh Reynolds. Yeah, I'd put Royce Freeman over those guys on my bench.
Mm-hmm.
But my bench is made of like Chuba Pornhummerd, Jalen Warren Sapp. Who else? But I would not drop those guys for Freeman.
Dude, I just thought of the craziest thing. If Jalen Warren was like the size of Warren Sapp, he would be unstoppable.
Dude, oh man!
And he had still all the same skills.
Oh, like NFL Street Stats maxed out or something. Like he still the speed. Dude, if anyone had the size of Warren Sapp but had the speed, like
that'd be killer, man.
Big man running.
I can still remember as being a kid, like just creating your player, making him like ginormously fat and tall, 7 foot, 360 pounds, speed 99. It looked hilarious in the game.
That boy ain't right.
Warren Sapp's touchdown dance, like the booty shaking or Beyonce or something.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that one.
Any other questions you got, Tim? EC?
In the mailbag? I got a question here from what's his name? Looks like Commander Cody Cousins. I don't know what that means, but the question is, I'm in my fantasy league and I don't know anything about football. I'm not sure who is who and what is what. I'm not even sure what this ball is footing anyways. But I do know that the field is green and there's some white marks on it and there's guys out there. And this year, it looks like I'm first in my league.
Time's out on your question, Tim.
Sorry, Commander.
Yep. We're all done. I'm just kidding. You're first in your league.
This is a certified hood classic.
Says, I'm first in my league, and so I'm actually trying to use the waiver wire, learn how fab works, pick up players. I spent $6 fab on Matt Breida, and I thought that was a great decision. But this is just a backstory. My question is, how do I keep my position at the top of the league without really knowing anything about football? And my answer to that is, listen to the Fantasy Wizards podcast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And good luck to you, Commander Cody Cousins, and I don't know. Something tells me you might be a little racist, but
CLM. I think he changed his name to CLM, not WLM. So,
Cody Lives Matters.
Caucasian.
Oh, Caucasian. Oh, did he on?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Well,
I thought it had something to do with Palestine for a second.
That was good. That was good to transition into waivers. So maybe if you listen, you get some ideas who to pick up.
All right. Yep, Commander. Hope you can, win your league. Except maybe I really don't. Okay. Next, we're moving on into some waivers.
The Bears are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
This Tallboy tastes really good after another Tallboy bet win over you, Garrett.
This is a certified hood classic.
Yeah, I bet the Lions.
Yeah.
And they got demolished by the Ravens.
Yep.
I thought they would win outright, and they didn't even get 6 points. I mean,
they did get 6.
That's all they got, 6.
Yeah, it wasn't even, it was just, what do you say? I'm surprised Amon-Ra ended up with like 23.
Yeah, garbage time.
Yeah, that's another
PPR,
thing too.
I mean,
this
that
last
saves
week,
too. Saves you.
all your streamer quarterbacks like sucked. All of them, like Sam Howell, Russell Wilson, Jared Goff, Geno Smith.
Yeah.
They all
Geno got
sucked.
13. That was the best. Gardner Minshew is like
How many points did Gardner end up with?
27 or something like that.
Dude.
And it's like
I'm starting to think about backup streams. Like, how many? I'm curious. How many points did Tyson Badgett, the bag boy, end up with?
12.
12?
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it wasn't much. But
Gotcha.
Tyrod had like 21. So
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Tyrod had a great matchup. Just ignore
What about
that.
a Minshew down stack? Oh, baby.
Yeah, I mean, it's a possibility. He has another good matchup this upcoming week. So
Yeah.
middle
so-
of the road. It's not great matchup, but at least it's decent.
So what do we got for waivers on week 8?
Just a couple names we've already hammered down to you. Sam Howell, he's got Philadelphia this week. Good stream option. I mean, I'm staying in the fire. 9 points isn't awful. I mean, it's bad, but it's not like he got like -3 and just was
9?
Daniel Jones.
9 for a quarterback is single digits.
Yeah,
It's unacceptable.
It's not great, but he's got a good matchup with Philly coming up. I mean, Tua just got 10 points against Philly, so maybe it's not. But it's the same division. I see them knowing each other well. They know how to exploit,
No, I do.
Each
I
other.
agree with you. I mean, I disagree that 9 is acceptable. 9's not acceptable for a quarterback, but I think Sam could have a bounce back game.
Yeah.
And the Manders are not running the ball; they're throwing it. So yeah, I think he'll be fine. It's just
Good option. Kyler Murray, he's 43% owned. He's definitely a stash. I mean, he's not playing anytime soon, but Josh Dobbs has done good in his stead.
Yeah, he's probably
higher
not coming back to
talented.
week 10.
Yeah.
So Kyler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
good
a
stash if you have an IR spot for sure.
Yeah, so 43% owned as far as waivers. Another streamer, we've already talked about him a million times, CJ Stroud coming back from the bye. I see him smashing this week against Carolina, who's 0-6, I believe. So you should easily be confident in starting CJ Stroud. And we've already talked about Jared Goff. I mean, he's bouncing back this week. Hardcore. Against Las Vegas, man. Where Mac Jones actually did well. It's like,
We serve food here, sir.
well,
He's going to eat.
he's going to eat. So, I mean, you were upset if you just decided to stream Goff. He did pretty bad. I mean, he
No,
got like 6 points or
I
3
think
points or
he's
whatever.
really like predictable. I don't know. You were like into Goff talking about him last week for like.
Well, I'm cursed with a curse. If I say anything
Yeah,
and make a take, it just the opposite happens.
Really, like, yeah.
So I'm gonna just.
But you follow your own takes, which is why you're 2-5. So
Yeah.
at least you got the authenticity there.
Yeah, I
guess.
mean-
except for Jerome Ford, we'll never stop clowning you on that one. But the fab bit,
Whatever.
whatever.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's time up on the quarterbacks. On to wide
That thing's
receivers.
just gonna keep going, man. It doesn't. It's like a tumble timer. I bet the podcast can't even pick it up. What was I gonna say? Oh, Goff. No, you were talking about how he's like a
Matchup independent.
matchup independent.
Yeah,
But
I still see him that way. It was just a crazy game against Baltimore.
Yeah, even top tier quarterbacks will blow it, but I don't think he's totally matchup independent. I mean, if you look at all of his games, the hard matchups he's had so far, he's kind of dogged it, and he's been way better at home too. So, is he playing?
I'm gonna look up his matchup.
Who's the next matchup? Who's next week?
This next week he has a good matchup. I'm pulling him up right now. So
right.
Phil, but an honest opinion, I think he's still matchup independent.
I would, I would look it up too if we had any internet here, but the internet is.
So
If
next
you
week,
all.
Next week is Las Vegas. I think I already mentioned that when you asked me and I forgot. So
Las Vegas or in Detroit?
It's in Detroit. It's
Oh,
Monday
yeah.
Nighter.
Definitely
so
startable.
This is him against Kansas City's defense, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
14 points. So Seattle, he got 22. Atlanta, 18. Green Bay, 11. Carolina, 27. Tampa Bay, 22. And then Baltimore, 9. So in the Green Bay, Kansas City, Baltimore matchups, those were his worst matchups. And yes, he's averaging, if I do my math real quick, 11 points in bad matchups.
Okay.
Because he got 9 this week as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, you're not super happy.
The
But
thing is, like, the difference between matchup independent quarterbacks and streamables are like streaming quarterbacks. If they have a bad matchup, you're fine with dropping them and picking up another quarterback.
yes,
Whereas like Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, you're never dropping those guys. You're going to play them every week, even in a bad matchup.
yeah.
I just don't see Goff that way.
But that Green Bay game too, they like just trounced on Green Bay. So I don't think it was their defense that really did. It was the fact that David Montgomery scored like 4 touchdowns that game, but and he didn't need to throw. But
anyways,
I
yeah.
see what you're saying, but I disagree.
Okay. All right.
But the
What-
stats would show that you're right.
Cool.
But I'm right because I make my stance and I'm authentic.
That's
The wrong one.
yeah.
The wrong stance.
That's why you heard it from the man here. He's sticking to his guns. Well, it looks like we have a podcast guest coming in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think about clothes drying timers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Pretty fun,
good
huh?
for setup.
Yeah,
They're good for setup
They're
for
good
the next
keeping us
segment.
on schedule.
Yep.
Yeah. On to the next segment.
So- As far as wide receivers, we got a different group I want to throw out there this week.
Yeah. What about other streaming quarterbacks though? I think we got
It's.
brain broken by the dryer timer.
I mean, Trevor Lawrence is high owned. He's in our league, but I mean, I'm not throwing him out there. He's 94%.
Consistently mediocre.
Yeah, but I mean, he has the best highest floor. Baker Mayfield, 33%. He has a decent matchup this upcoming week, but I wouldn't start him. He hasn't gotten over. Yeah, I mean, no, he doesn't have a decent matchup. It's Buffalo. But yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of great other ones. I mean, maybe you can throw. Yeah, Josh Jacobs is up against Baltimore. Maybe you can throw Russell Wilson out there if you're feeling saucy.
Yeah, I think Jordan Love has another good matchup, but pretty disappointing.
Oh, you
Yeah,
wanted to
just
talk about
last
the
week.
shoe. I mean, what do you think?
Oh yeah,
Shoe's got New
for
Orleans.
the shoe. I've never heard that
For the shoe.
SHEW
Yep.
for the shoe. That's awesome, man. Did you make that up?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
right now on
good,
the
dude.
spot. For the shoe.
Trademark it. And we have Daniel here as a witness, even though he doesn't know what
He
we're
laughed.
talking about at
He
all.
thought it was good.
Yeah.
Good joke.
Yeah.
But honestly, yeah, I mean,
What do you think about the shoe?
it's a tough matchup. He performed really well against a tough matchup in Cleveland, but I really don't think you can start him. It's
No?
not. He's not. I'm not confident in starting him at all.
Okay. Well, he did just drop 29 points, and if you're a Josh Downs or Michael Pittman owner, I kind of like that stack. It's kind of a cheap stack, you know.
Oh yeah,
It's
I mean,
like a
right up your
nasty,
alley.
What does that mean? Like a nasty Burger King, like
yeah.
in the middle of Greasetown
Yep.
stack, where it's just like
It's
vegetable oil city.
yeah. Meet me
and
in
it's
the
like,
the Burger King bathroom. Bring
it's
the onions.
going down. Yeah, give me some garlic with that.
But Tyrod,
Grease.
since you're talking about backup quarterbacks, thinking about he's got a okay matchup against the Jets this week, and he scored 20. But I mean, if Daniel Jones is out still, are you confident in him? He has okay. I'm looking at all these matchups for these streaming quarterbacks.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with him, really. I think you just got to take the best matchup and like oh, it seems like we're not super into backups. You know, we're like Sam Howell, Geno Smith, you know, Russell Wilson. They're starters, streamable. Like, I think people need to be more open-minded into backups, you know, and being willing to.
Derek Carr, another one against Indianapolis.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
He could do well this upcoming week.
Freaking like lost in the sauce over here.
I'm trying to give you the best of the best, not the bottom of the barrel. So wide receivers.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to throw this name out there, and you're going to be surprised. But Joshua Palmer, do you think he's over 55% owned in leagues?
I think he should be, but he's probably under it.
He's 56% owned.
Oh.
Leading the witness. But, I mean...
What?
If he's not picked up in your league, you got to have him. I mean...
You got to have him. He's owned in our league, right?
Yeah, consecutive, like, double-digit outputs. I mean...
I think he's a consistent, under-the-radar performer.
Yeah.
He can give you consistency.
Yeah, I was just surprised. I kind of was looking up waivers and trying to go off of what's not in our league alone. Because, you know, some people are out there that just, like... Yeah, I mean... Joshua Palmer.
56 is way too low
he
for
should
him.
be on anyone's roster.
Yeah.
Okay, Kendrick Bourne. What do you feel about him, man? He's just like a Gabe Davis.
This is tough.
And you never know when the Patriots are going to do well.
I mean, it seems like the Patriots are busting out of their nasty slump that they were in.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm actually curious now about Hunter Henry and his output.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did, but Kendrick Bourne, he's a nasty flex, man. It's dirty.
Nasty and dirty. That's the way we like it.
But there's
here.
no buys on week 8 here.
His output was 4 points this past week.
Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on the matchup the Patriots are facing, and for Kendrick Bourne, for me, it's just really tough. Like, talking about like the Giants too, and
if you're just looking at the people that he scored these points against, I think Bill Belichick has some ties and knows, and it's an interdivision rival. So, I mean, maybe he does well in Miami. I'm not starting him this week, but I definitely am intrigued at picking him up for the rest of the season.
the identity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Matt Damon. That was Matt Damon, right?
so we talked about Jaden Reed. Sorry, I mean I think he's got a low floor every week. I mean, every time he's put out there, he's getting basically 10 points.
He's been consistent like Palmer.
Yeah, if you just need a consistent flex spot where it's like I just need 10 points,
He's not going to get you more than 13, but he won't get you less than like 9.
Yeah. Josh Downs, man, you like that stack was Minshew.
Yeah.
He's 36% on, so he should be on everyone's rosters for sure.
He should be. Total fab I've spent on Downs this year is 13.
Yeah.
In multiple transactions.
Okay.
But yeah, he's going to be there to stay unless he's not. Unless I drop him again.
A point for every chromosome.
Yeah, a fab dollar for every chromosome, and a point.
Yeah, but okay, I'm throwing out this guy, and you're gonna think I'm weird. He's 0% owned. No one has him in Yahoo at all. No, he's not on one single roster.
Jake Bobo.
Oh my God, he guessed it.
Did I? Got him, dude.
The Bobo man.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Well,
0%.
DK was out, man. I should have started him. Should have known to pick him up.
Nah, Bobo's irrelevant.
Yeah, I know. I just love throwing those in there sometimes.
There you go.
Love those names.
Dude,
Pharaoh Brown.
No, I was watching his touchdown highlight, and I had to be like, damn, what's a good Bobo pun? You know?
Yep.
Bobo the Clown.
Yep, Bobo Baggins.
Bobo Baggins. Bobo Jackson.
Yep. A double Bo Jackson. The rare Bobo. But yeah, I mean,
Bobo Peep.
He saw a fair amount of targets. I mean, like 6, and he got a touchdown. That's crazy. Just those crazy names, man.
Yeah, but I mean, he's the 4. He's a wide receiver 4. He's startable if Lockett and Metcalf are both out, or JSN and Metcalf or something. But like,
yeah,
only
look
those two.
for Jason to feast. he's starting his ascension.
I hope so, but I fear it's only if one of the top two are out. And maybe JSN will, I could see him totally replacing Lockett by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Lockett's getting old and he's not producing. He's still the 2 in the offense, but I think by the end of the year, JSN will be a really sneaky guy to help you get into the playoffs. And I think he's going to, I think he could be like the Kenyon Drake of this year, where in the playoffs he like bones and wins you a championship. So, get him on your roster if he's not. I mean, he's not on anyone's waivers, I'm sure, but
yeah.
I mean, you think he's a waiver pickup? Like, is he on waivers in leagues? I don't know what percent he's on. But
Maybe in some, but not very many.
yeah, he almost hit him in ours. I almost thought about it.
Charbonnet's been dropping to ours a lot.
Yeah, Charbonnet is droppable.
That was another name.
Charbonnet, you need to drop.
But that for Seattle, I guess the big.
Unless
hype
you're a Walker owner
preseason.
for a handcuff, but
Yeah. Well, on to the running backs.
God damn it.
You don't play it, just play it.
Memorize the locations of these things. One of these days I will.
Okay. First up, we got Darrell Henderson Jr. Obviously, he was the workhorse back for this Rams.
That boy ain't right.
So if nobody picked him up last minute in your league before the game Sunday, definitely going to get a hefty fab bid. I see him as the top target if he's in waivers. What about you?
What about me? What
about you for Darrell Henderson? Obviously, it's an obvious top.
Oh, yeah, but how much fab?
Yeah. No, and he's out. He's good. He's going to be the workhorse back till week 12.
Yeah, I would
4
probably
weeks.
drop 75% of my remaining fab on him.
Wow.
I would dump hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to, be it for 3 weeks. Week 12 is earliest Kyrie can come back. So 4 weeks, he's going to be the dude. Their bye is week 11, though.
Yeah. I mean, I would just a fair amount, 30 at most, but it just depends on your guys' systems and whatnot. But Kareem Hunt, Jerome Ford, probably going to be out this week. Doubtful. Went out with an injury. It wasn't part of our injuries, but Kareem Hunt, if he's on your waivers for some reason, get him. He was about 70% owned. Gus Edwards, 65% owned.
Yeah, I saw Gus Edwards
Scoring 23. Is that a fallacy?
It's a.
You're the hater. I've been wanting to have them, but it's not my players. I'm too deep on my bench, but I'm not scoring that much. So it's like I'm just trading one guy for another guy.
Oh yeah, that's what my team is doing too.
Yeah.
I got a deep bench, but there's no stars.
Yeah.
And without your stars, where are you gonna go? Fantasy,
Exactly.
It's like, yeah. Who's
The
your top pick?
mediocre
Oh, JJ is
anomaly.
your top pick. Who is your second pick? Ramondre in the draft?
No. Ramondre is like the 5th or 6th round. He
Really?
dropped. Yeah.
Oh.
Nobody picked him. I was like, I'm just gonna
Well, you
grab
got
him.
Gibbs. You got Gibbs.
3rd round. Third round,
your
first pick.
second
My
round
first pick was
JJ,
and then my second round was oh god. Whatever.
Wow, buddy.
We're going way too far away. Get back to waivers.
Yeah, Gus Edwards, Gus the bus. Yeah, I like it. Maybe with this performance, he might have separated himself from Justice Hill a little bit. And PPR is not as great because he's not a pass catcher.
It was Chris Olave. I traded him away
Oh, yeah,
for Garrett
okay.
Wilson. That's why I'm drawing a blank.
All right. Yeah.
Which Garrett Wilson went in the second round too. So
Yeah.
anywho, yeah. I mean, I think Gus Edwards is a good stash. You can play him on good weeks where they can run the ball. I mean, I didn't see this happening this week, but you see the talent. He's definitely worth being on a roster.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's a good stash. I would drop less money on him than I would on Daryl.
Oh yeah,
Just because Daryl's the dude. And
Yeah.
Gus has to split with Justice and Lamar.
Yeah.
Really. So
Chuba Porn Hubbard, he's on your team.
Porn Hubbard.
If he's on a waiver wire, definitely get him. He's like 60% owned or something, so it's not too crazy deep on waivers this week. But and then AJ Dillon, I mean, he did well with his matchup, but not great. So
Yeah, running back waivers, not really a whole lot. But I don't know who else is out there, but that's about it.
Justice Hill, but you're I think Gus Edwards higher. Royce Freeman,
Yeah.
we already talked about.
Jalen Warren, if he's out there, he's probably owned still.
Yeah. Joshua Kelly did well.
Pierre Strong,
Strong could be a okay
sneaky
pickup.
play.
A sneaky pickup this week, low bid.
Mm-hmm.
But I see Kareem Hunt taking most of the touches. He's a 3-down back. So
Yeah.
alrighty, on to the tight ends.
Move on to tight ends.
You gotta be unlimited.
You play to win the game.
First up is Dalton Schultz, man, coming off
The doctor.
a week off where he had 3 weeks in a row of 13, 19, and 16. Should he be the highest on your tight end pickup?
Was he a bye last week?
Yep. He's 57% owned. Got Carolina. Okay matchup for tight ends. 20th. I think this is like a no-brainer. He should be the highest tight end on waivers or streaming.
Sure. I can't bring myself to comment really about this because I don't care that much. Oh. When it comes to tight end waivers, I'm just like, oh, bro.
Okay, how about your boy Taysom?
Oh,
Hill?
yeah. Now we're talking. Man. Now
Yeah.
you're
I got
talking.
you back in. 2 weeks in a row of 12 and 16 points. He's
Yeah,
got a
dude.
juicy matchups coming up.
I like him because he's playing
can do
like
it
a
all.
wide receiver,
Yeah.
but he's listed as a tight end, which is an advantage at tight end.
Yeah,
So-
he was a quarterback at tight end, an even better advantage. Now he's a wide receiver.
That's why I want to trade you Dallas Goedert because I want to get Taysom Hill and make him a tight end. So.
Yeah, I mean he got about 5 rushes last week. One of them for a rushing touchdown, 4 receptions, targeted 5 times. I mean, I think he's 9% owned. If you are having trouble at your tight end position, he's got 4 juicy matchups coming up.
Yeah, I'd get him over Dalton Schultz, to be honest, but that's just because I like the craziness of his position.
Yeah,
There
I
it
mean,
is.
they haven't. There hasn't been an outright like winner at tight end for New Orleans, but yeah, him breaking out the past 2 weeks, I think you'll see a good amount of output, especially with the juicy matchups coming up. Jake Ferguson, he's not been doing great. Dallas has not been showing out, but he's been having tough matchups. He has the third best matchup coming up against the Rams. I think you can stream him this week. And then, Michael Mayer, I started him. He got 3 points. Just look for him to break out. And Luke Musgraves, same thing. But nothing special there.
Yeah, sure. All right. Defense times.
That boy ain't right.
You don't play to just play it.
Alrighty. I see Pittsburgh as the best streaming defense waivers this week.
Who are they playing?
They're going to be playing Jacksonville.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
I mean-
Pittsburgh always is strong D. Good D, for sure.
yeah. They limited the Rams. They got 5 points. Not great, but they just have the most talent as far as defenses go, so you can be the most confident in them. But Yahoo has New York Jets, the highest as far as waivers go. They're facing the Giants this week against Tyrod, probably, because Daniel Jones' neck is not doing well.
Yeah, well, I don't like that.
You don't like the Jets defense? Against the Giants? It's the first best matchup for defenses.
I would rather have the Jets D against Daniel Jones and Tyrod.
You're going in and out.
How about now?
You're good.
I would rather have the Jets D against.
You mean Giants D against Jets?
No, I'd rather have the Jets D if we're facing Daniel Jones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I see.
But since we're facing Tyrod, I don't want to. I think Tyrod's more capable than Daniel, actually.
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
I mean, it's not a bad play for sure. I'm just not as excited,
Okay. Well,
I'm just tubing. over here.
Baltimore is about 85% owned. So if they're on your waivers, they have a great matchup against Arizona, but that's kind of higher percentage. For a low percentage, definitely on your waivers. Houston against Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
9th best matchup.
Yeah, this looks
Bryce
juicy.
Young.
Yep.
I mean, when they had good matchups this season already, they got you 12 and 10 points. It gets Atlanta, though. They only scored 4, which was also a good matchup. But in the end, I think Houston is definitely a streaming defense this week. Any other defense that come to mind for you? I mean, New Orleans against Indianapolis might be a good play.
It could be. I see that as a risky one, though. I think Indianapolis passing attack right now is underrated. So
yeah, plus their running offense, their rushing offense has been outperforming their matchups as well. Like they did well against Tennessee, like just trounced them.
And I know the Browns scored 14 PPR against Indy's offense this last week, but I mean Indy got 37 points against them. So.
Same thing with Cleveland. It's another. I mean the fantasy output as far as rushing yards and touchdowns was not great because it was more passing, and Gardner Minshew took the rushing touchdowns from Jonathan Taylor and Zach Moss this week. But still, it kind of, if you just take those plays out, they didn't do terrible. So I agree. I mean, it's a risky play, and I think Indianapolis can outperform the matchup. So, yeah, that's about it for defenses. Anything else you want to say? Anything on your mind?
No, man. Get Bijan some Excedrin next time, I guess, Arthur.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
And if Roshan's on your waivers, too, he's about 50% owned. He was out with concussion. I know Devonta Foreman went off this week, but if you can get Roshan, he might be a good value as well.
You were mighty close there to saying Devonta Freeman. What?
Deonta?
There's no V in it.
Oh,
Deonta
Foreman.
Donta. I don't know if it's Deonta or Donta, but there's no V.
Donta Foreman.
Yeah. Yeah, Devonta Freeman's retired, right? Or something.
Devontae Freeman? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember it. I remember that guy.
He was Evans' fair pickup with Falcons.
Yeah, and then he got Tevin Coleman.
Yeah.
Tevin Coleman versus Evan Coleman.
All right, rolling to Thursday night football. We got
Buccaneers at the Bills. Over under 42. Buccaneers underdogs 8.5 points.
This is a certified hood classic.
Yeah, the Bills have...
the hood of Buffalo.
Yeah, the Bills have kind of been going downhill.
Yeah, did you see that press conference with Josh Allen?
No.
Or he was like, we don't know what it is, but we're doing something wrong. He was like,
Yeah.
when we figure it out, we'll be better or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was saying.
That's a good outlook, I guess. I don't hate it.
He was pissed. He was way more pissed than I just made it sound like.
Ah, okay, I gotcha. Well, yeah, I mean, as far as Baker this week, I don't think you're starting him. It's the worst matchup as far as defenses go, even though their defense is kind of banged up, the Bills, and allowed.
Yeah, you still don't want to test that with a streaming guy like Baker. And
Yeah, Mac Jones performed, but I wouldn't do it.
yeah. Baker's only someone you want to stream against the very lowest.
Yeah, But as far as wide receivers go, I think you can start Godwin and Evans easy this week, this upcoming matchup, especially Evans. But Godwin was out this past week, right?
Chriswin?
The wind god?
The wind god. Godwin, the wind god. I don't know. Was he out?
I thought he was on the injury designation, so...
Well, maybe we're not starting him.
He was questionable. He did play. Sorry.
Okay. Mike Evans definitely start, but would you start God against the wind god against the Bills defense?
Yeah. I mean, they just performed against Atlanta. They both scored over 12 points. So, I mean, it's a better matchup with Buffalo than it was Atlanta. So, I'm confident.
Okay. And
Cade Otton even feasted.
God, every time I hear you say that name, it makes me want to quit fantasy football.
9 points, man. Cade Otton this past week. He's out there every snap, man.
Hi, y'all. I'm Cade Otton.
My name's Cade Otton.
I got a cornfield and a truck.
It sounds like Cade Otton would be the name of the guy on Matt Berry's racist NFL Street 2 team. Clayton Bigsby and Cade Otton.
Out, Caden.
Yep. But anyways, yeah, I think you're staying away from him until he actually becomes fantasy relevant. And then the defense, I think you could start the Buccaneers defense. They're not bad, and unless they just figure it out on a short week, I think the Bills are a good matchup.
I think the Bills are always, their offense is always a danger to explode any given week, even if they are in a slump. So I personally don't like the Buccaneers away defense at the Bills.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Gabe the Babe, and tight end, two-headed monster. I don't even if they're all kind of slumping right now, to varying degrees, I just don't. They could blow up. So
yeah, Rashad White, he just got high volume. You're flexing him every week if you have him. He's gonna get you close to 15 points, low floor.
Yeah, that's cool.
So what about the Bills?
Josh?
Yeah, Josh Allen, good start this upcoming week.
Tempered expectations, I think, but I think, you still got to roll with him.
Yeah. James Cook, he's not been doing hot. You said he was Mr. Reliable a couple weeks ago.
Cooking. That was like week 4 or something.
Yeah. I mean, he did well against New England, but I
think you got to still roll with him in a flex.
Yeah. I mean, he did well this past week, but it's a tougher matchup against Tampa Bay. Just temper expectations again.
Stephon Diggs, he's in. I think Gabe's the biggest question here. What do you
think
about Gabe?
I wouldn't start him this week.
No? Two bad games in a row?
Yeah. Maybe he's due. 2 bad games. He has 2 good games, or 2. Yeah, it's like 2 bad games, 1 good game.
If he was extremely predictable like that, that'd be wonderful if people were like so predictable.
Yeah, I mean, I would start him. It's a good matchup, but you could get 1 point, 6 points.
So you risk it?
I risk it, but I just changed my mind on it because it's a good matchup. But
okay. And then, the tight end monsters. Is one of them injured?
Dalton Kincaid did well last week, so I would if you want to shoot your shot on one of them, it's Dalton.
Sure, but I still wouldn't start either of them unless one's injured.
No, they're both healthy now.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Yep. And then Bills D. What do you think about this D that's kind of banged up against Buccaneers?
I think you can start him if you have him. It's not something. It's not like a terrible matchup, but it's basically middle of the road. So at home, I think you can start him. Low over under 42.
All right. Cool. And that does it for the Thursday night preview. So we'll see you all for the next podcast and go over the rest of the matchups.
Boom, baby.
Yeah, keep those wands up and watch out for the jet fuel.
What?
Don't drink it.
Don't drink it, but it won't hurt you.
It won't hurt you.
It won't melt your wands.
That's true. That's true.
It'll melt your skin, but it won't melt your wand. I just realized we were talking about a penis.